Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well today. It is another hot day here. So again, I've got my fan on. Excuse the low noise. Today I've got a full face of first impressions, and most of it is drugstore slash affordable newness. Not necessarily fully new to the makeup world, but just things I've kind of picked up over the past few months that I've kind of now got a full face. So yeah, so I thought I'd try it on today. I'm actually going out, I'm actually driving on the motorway for the first time and I'm terrified. I know I'll be fine because I can drive. But yeah, so I've had my car, I passed my test earlier on in the year, and I've had my car a month and a half. So I've just been kind of driving it to the gym, to the shops, and I'm doing fine. But yeah, it's not necessarily the motorway, it's more those giant roundabouts and the scariness getting on and off a motorway. But yeah, I'm driving to my grandma's. It's her birthday. She only lives an hour away. So yeah, I need my face to look nice, fresh, to see some family. I would love it if you can like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. So I have got SPF on my face, so I'm just going to put on some moisturiser. This isn't new, but I'm trying out the new ELF Poreless liquid primer. My skin is feeling a tad dry on the dry side, so I just want to make sure that I'm hydrating it enough that I'm not setting myself up for failure. This was the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturiser for all skin types. Again, it's just a very nice simple moisturiser. Okay, so yeah, I have seen some kind of good things about this. I was quite nervous to try this because I thought it'd be a bit like the Professional, and that's just not my vibe. Apparently it feels a lot like the original Poreless Putty primer, the actual putty. So I have high hopes for this. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of pour this on. And yeah, you can see that it's quite runny. I'm gonna test this out all over. Am I gonna use my fingers? No, I'm gonna use a brush. Yeah, and just buff this in. Okay, I'm actually gonna rub this side in with my hand so I can feel the consistency. Okay, yeah, it's not silicone-y. It's not that kind of really slippy feeling. It's actually really nice and hydrating. I think this definitely does feel like the putty version, but I feel like it kind of probably feels like it melts in a bit nicer. I'm a bit hay fevery today, so I'm gonna have a red nose. This is what happens when I want the sun to come out because I want to have sun, but brings hay fever along with it. My hay fever's actually been quite good this year, but it's rained the whole summer. So we win some, we lose some. I definitely do think I don't really have massive texture, but it's definitely kind of just smoothed out kind of middle of my face. So another primer to add to the list of good primers to use. I don't have a new foundation, but I'm gonna give the HNB Soft Focus Luminous Glow Tint another go at. If you saw my last video, I tested this out and did a kind of a wear test, and I really enjoyed this by itself. I kind of did a wear test of it mixed in with a skin tint on one side, because that's how I like my MAC kind of luminous glow thing. And when I tried the MAC one, I didn't like it by itself, but when I tried this, I did like it by itself. And I'm gonna put this all over, and I felt like this wore really lovely, and the colour match was really nice. So I'm just buffing this in with a brush. I prefer to use brushes for things like this because I feel like you get the best like amount of coverage. When things already don't have a lot of coverage, I don't want to then take off more. But this was like, gave me like the nicest radiance, and I just think for like summery days this is nice. And I don't need like a full face on today. Might do a little check-in at the end of today's video. So I'm heading out, well, I need to be kind of done in about half an hour. I'm heading out in about 45 minutes and I'll be away all day, and then I'll probably be back around like, I want to kind of leave before it gets dark, so I'll probably be home hopefully around 7, 8. So I might pop back in because I feel like whenever you put makeup on, it can be great, and I just think when you're trying out stuff you really do have to see how it goes. So I might just do a little pop in to see how I feel. But I just think that tint is really, really lovely. It doesn't give that much coverage, so I'm just going to put a little bit more on the centre of my face. Yeah, I wish it was like 10% more coverage. I quite like a skin tint to have coverage, which I know some people are like the complete opposite. So, but for me, for this to be like perfect, it would have like a smidge more coverage. But I really do feel like this product makes your skin look really like youthful and like plump. It looks like I've had like a facial and some filler. Like it's like instantly like plump. Okay, now for concealer, I've got this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This is in, what colour is this? I can't see a colour. Oh, light. And it's got a little pump, and I know it's like a concealer serum, but pump and concealer to me just sounds a bit messy. Don't really know how much to use. I guess it does give you, it's like a very like controllable pump. And I'm just kind of, this obviously the base doesn't have loads of coverage, so I'm probably adding on a bit more concealer than I probably normally would. This colour, yeah, I think it's a good colour, and I am going to take this on a sponge and just see how I feel. If I feel like it is taking away the coverage, I will go with a brush. I actually think that's really, really nice. I think it works really nice over the HNB like glow tint. Ooh, yeah, I like this. I like, when I'm going out, yes, give me the coverage, but I don't want a like Shape Tape or HNB like kind of coverage on a normal day. I want something that just lightly conceals, lightly brightens and looks natural. So serum concealers for me are a win. Like I love my Nude Sticks one. The Vive one is almost, is the most full coverage one I would kind of wear like day to day. But again, it's got that kind of like skincare infused, it like really melts down. I love that concealer, and I think over that glow tint, my skin is looking great. And with a sponge, I don't feel like it's like fully like taken off any coverage. I feel like it's kind of just, yeah, all melted in. Yeah, really happy with this base. Really, really happy. These two together, dream. Okay, now for contour, and I've got something very exciting. This is the Pink Honey Contour Cake in S'mores and Kisses, and this is their like contour. The Pink Honey BFF Face Frosting, I have Milky Mocha, is one of my favourite kind of bronzers, and when I saw this and I saw how like cool and grey, I was over the moon. And I've had this for a while and I wanted to wait till I kind of filmed a first impressions to use. But I won't lie, I have tried it out once because I was like, I have to. So this is like a semi first impression, but I'm just going to take it on my kabuki brush and kind of use it how I would my cream bronzer. And I'm just going round, and it's so pigmented, but it blends out into the dreamiest contour you will ever see. And for me, I can actually like bronze with this. Again, my skin throws up. If you feel like you've come a bit far down, you can just go back over with your sponge. But yeah, it throws up warmth for me, contours. So I actually think that this is going to be my like go-to like bronze. I think I'll still use the other one when I'm wanting something bronzy, but I think for like everyday contour and bronze, this is what I would use. It is the perfect tone for me. But yeah, Pink Honey is smashing it, and I just think that colour is stunning. Yet when I first put it on, it looked crazy, but it blends into the dream. Let me get the bronzer and you can see the colour difference, just so you can kind of like. So this is the bronzer and this is the contour, so same packaging. And so this is the contour. As you can see, it's a lot grayer and darker, and then this is Milky Mocha bronzer, which is still a really, really lovely bronzer for fair skin. I think I just prefer a cooler base. I have been loving warmer tones recently, but I will always prefer something cooler than warm. So the fact now I have both and I can choose is great. Happy, because I do love my Fenty one, but the consistency of this I prefer. So now I have it in this consistency and like formula, it's definitely going to be something like I grab. For blush, I have this Revolution Hydra Bright Cream Blush, but I think this is meant to be like a Pinkgasm dupe. I got it in a set with some contour, which I tried out a few videos ago. But yeah, I'm obviously a bit scared of blush, and this is very pink for me, but I am going to give it a go. These applicators are just terrifying for me, and I'm just gonna, is it dried out? Like, I just don't know how much I'm using. Nothing seems to be coming out. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna put a few dots on here. Oh, I feel like I've used a lot. Yeah, these applicators for me are just not enjoyable. And I'm going to take the butt of my sponge and I'm just going to kind of work that in. Okay, it shears out into more of like a glow. My skin is already like incredibly like glossy from all the base products, but okay, for me, a girly that doesn't wear blush, this is enough. I was very scared that it was going to be like pink. See, I just hate these applicators. They just, I'm just going to put a bit more on. Like, I know these are like everywhere because of the Charlotte Tilbury ones, but oh, okay, now I've put more on, you can definitely see the blush. But yeah, just because one product is good in the applicator doesn't mean we have to make everything in the applicator, especially if they're like aren't great. Okay, I don't mind that. Will I be grabbing it all the time? Probably not, but if I did want something a bit pinker, it definitely would be something I would kind of go for. Okay, now for powder. I don't have any new powder, so I'm just going to take my Huda Beauty and just kind of set this down. I'm not going to bake, I'm just going to like set. How are my under eyes looking? Yeah, under eyes are looking good. Normally I crease under my eyes. This powder will always shock me every time I put it on. The blurriness in this powder is unmatched. Like, there's no other powder that I've tried that has the same level of just like instant blur, and it wears great. Yeah, I'm just dusting that everywhere. I always kind of skip the full outside of my face because I like that to be a bit glowier, but I do like the middle of my face to be matte. Okay, I feel like my base is looking really nice. In person it looks very skin-like, very natural. Obviously, yes, I'm wearing makeup, but it's not too much, which is what we want today. Okay, so for blush, I've got this Primark little blush that I saw when I was last in there and thought, you're cute. And I hear Jordan Lipscomb talk about Primark blushes, so yeah, I picked this up. It's kind of like a peachy tone, and yeah, it's nice. It's definitely given me like a flush of colour. It's called True Peach, and that's what I would say it is. It's like the perfect kind of peach, which I prefer peaches over pinks. I don't know why. I think pink is just scary to me. Right, I do not have any new eyebrow stuff, so I'm going to just quickly jump off, fill in my brows, and then we can kind of like finish off with like eyes, lips, and yeah. Okay, brows are done. For eyes, I don't really know what I want to do today. I do have this cool tone palette from Primark. It's got a few shimmers, but a few like really nice nudes. And then I have this blush. This is in Biscuit Bish. And I got this before he did his like crazy sale. But it's kind of like, okay, so can you see it's like, so it's like super shiny, and when you like blur it out, it's this kind of just subtle kind of silver iridescent kind of tone. Even though I do really want to try this, I feel like it's a bit much for like a family gathering. So I'm going to keep this for something else. And I'm going to go in with this. This is the Smolder palette. And I'm just going to do a very simple kind of smoky eye. This doesn't have a mirror, which is a bit annoying. I feel like eyeshadow palettes should at least have a mirror, but it is Primark, so I'm just going to take the kind of like this kind of like lightish like taupe, and I'm just going to run this kind of all over. I've never really used Primark makeup, so I don't really know how the quality is going to be, but yeah, wouldn't say it's like the most pigmented or like most buttery, but it's definitely not bad. Just kind of building that up in the outer corner. It's definitely, I would say, like true to tone, which is nice. It's not like got suddenly warmer on my eye, which actually happens with like a lot of high-end makeup. And then I'm gonna go in with this kind of like, it's almost like a purpley shade, and just kind of intensify the outside. Just kind of, so I've just got like a bit of a brown smoke at the edge. I'm just gonna run some of that under my eye. But yeah, I think that's pretty. I think the shadows work well, and they've got some really nice like shimmers. I'm not gonna wear any today, but so I'll insert like a video showing the like reflect, like stunning. I'm just going to do this other eye, literally the same as I've done before. But yeah, I think this palette is going to be like another nice cool tone addition. The one place I do get quite oily is my eyelids, so if eyeshadow can like stand the test of time, and I haven't used any primer today either. Okay, I think these eyeshadows are nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with this palette, and I'm definitely going to play with it more. I feel like That was like a really easy kind of basic cool tone eye. For mascara, I've got one of the new Benefits. This is the mini. I always get mini mascaras because I can try, if I like them, I then get the full size. This is the Fan Fest. And it's kind of like a curved wand, which I like, and it's a like a natural like bristly brush. It's not plastic, which I quite like a plastic brush. I'm definitely not opposed to like natural brushes. Oh, it's very like lengthening, coats the brushes really well. I do like Benefit mascaras. I think some are hit and miss. My favourite is the magnet one, but then things like Roller Lash I'm not a fan of. Okay, this is definitely like a lengthening mascara. It's definitely not giving me as much volume as I kind of would normally like, but it's pretty. It's definitely like covered all my lashes quite evenly, but I like something that, yeah, has a bit more clump to it. But let me see what it's like after I've added a few coats. Okay, no, that is pretty. I would call this a natural lash, but I think that actually looks really nice. Let me apply this to my bottom lashes. See, one thing about curly ones is how do you, I really struggle with like the bottom ones of like really getting in there. Let's try this eye. My eyes are, yeah, because I'm quite hay fevery, my eyes are runny, so I kind of need a mascara that's gonna be able to withstand a bit of a watery eye. I do think it like instantly coats the lashes quite nicely. Like you literally do like one coat and you could like go out like that. Okay. No, this, I like this. At first I thought it didn't like give me the volume that I wanted. I think it's pretty. Another win from Benefit. Okay, for lips, I've got kind of like a vampy lip today. I've got the Maybelline New York Colour Sensational in Gone Greige. I saw Soph Does Life use this and she said it was too like grey for her, but I saw it and was like, I need that. A grey lip liner is right up my street. So it's kind of like a soft kind of pencil, which I enjoy. I'm just gonna, it's like a purpley grey, but again, and I think that's a cool tone is just such a win for me. This consistency too is lovely. It reminds me a lot of the Refi. Okay, I love this tone. It is like purple, but I think for me, this with more of my like warm toned lips will like even it out, because sometimes I feel like the lip liners are too warm, and then if I use like a brownie gloss, everything just looks a bit orange. Then I've got this kind of gloss. So I've got this gloss from Primark too, and this is the High Gloss. It's just like kind of like a purpley tone, and I'm just gonna put this all over. It smells like hair conditioner. It's like a coconutty smell. But yeah, this is a little thick, but it's very like hydrating and nourishing, and I actually really like that colour. It is a bit vampy and a bit purpley, but I love a cool tone. And yeah, this is the final look. I think my skin looks unreal. Like, this combo is gonna be, if it wears well, is gonna be such a game changer for me. I also really did love this Putty primer. Definitely gonna be something that I grab all the time. And yeah, and the contour again was a win. So I feel like there's been, oh, and the mascara was a win. I feel like everything's kind of gone good today. One thing I wasn't keen on, it was this, but I just think the packaging and the tone for me wasn't really right. Lip liner and lip gloss is exactly the colour that I wanted. So yeah, super happy actually with this first impressions. And if you're a cool toned lover, there's definitely going to be some bits in this try on that you're going to love. I probably will check in later just to kind of see how this base wears, because if it wears as good as it looks now, then I'm going to be even more ecstatic. Hi guys, it is now currently 8 o'clock, so I've been out all day, and as you can see, yes, I'm a bit oily kind of through my T-zone. I haven't actually repowdered at all. I think that this combination, so the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum and the Soft Focus Glow Tint, is gonna be my new everyday grab. I think my skin looks really lovely, and it actually hasn't broken down. Yes, I've gone oily, but I haven't really lost too much pigment, and my smile lines haven't creased really at all. But yeah, I think now if I just literally powdered, I feel like I'd be good to go. My eyeshadow, as you can see, I didn't prep them at all, so they have kind of like creased and gone a bit, yeah, not great, but it is a budget palette. They're budget shadows. I have had this with like very expensive palettes before when I haven't like prepped my eyelids properly, so the eyeshadow I don't think is like major, but, and that is only when I like close my eyes. When I actually keep them like forward, there is still a lot of pigment. The mascara I like. I think the mascara's like lasted really well, and I didn't get any kind of smudging like around my eye, which is obviously always a plus. So yeah, so super happy with my new finds. Lip products, this gloss I kind of did top up with and loved it. Love this colour too. It's almost like just a really nice kind of like nudie purple. So yeah, so super happy. Thank you so much for watching and trying these out with me. I love trying new stuff. I find it very fun to find things to add into my collection. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. And yeah, bye.